Good day, everybody. I would have said good to see you, but I don't see you. So hopefully it's good to see me. It's a happy day for all of us and a special day because after talking about acquisitions and about expanding Nano Dimension focus, not only by developing our own products and not only by improving our machines and developing the new generation and the next generation afterwards, we've been scanning the horizon for a long time now, probably half a year, and we were looking for special companies that can join forces with us and add value to what we do in a substantial manner and shortcut our way to reaching a game-changing product and systems. So the first company that we're announcing today that is going to join us, its name is DeepCube. DeepCube is an Israeli company from Tel Aviv, 25 people, give or take, about 3-4 years old. And DeepCube is in the business of deep learning. Deep learning is the most advanced artificial intelligence systems that enable machine learning and data dives, both on edge devices and especially on real time. Nobody else is able to reach the speed and the efficiency that DeepCube artificial intelligence systems can reach. We are bringing their forces together with us. The product is ready. The product is going to be the brain of our machines. Our machines are going to be converted into intelligent machines, which means the machine moving forward in the new generations is going to be able to identify its own mistakes as it's doing what it's doing, correct the mistakes or stop the process, inform the operators, and moreover, it's going to connect with other machines, and on the cloud there's going to be part of the DeepCube brain, which is going to manage the machines as network of edge devices that are going to convert digital inventory directly into these iPads. Now, this is very exciting. There's nobody in the world that is doing it that way. Nobody actually has technology like DeepCube has. And they've been asked and presented and covered by very serious players, which I can't mention their names. You can guess all or most of the semiconductors manufacturers in the world that were interested to buy the company because of the technology. In a less public way, I can talk to you about it. And we brought it in. We may actually do business with these other players, but the main thing that we are excited about is that the brain of DeepCube will be integrated vertically into our applications, expanded from just one machine to network of machine, and will make a big difference for us and especially for our customers.
So what do you guys think about instead having like a warehouse full of printed circuit boards, materials for printed circuit boards, and taking up a bunch of space? What do you think about putting all of that into an online cloud-based warehouse that takes up no physical space for that matter? It literally is online in the cloud, out of sight, out of mind, but it is there. And initially in the interview, he did mention here's one of our acquisitions. So we do know that they were in the works of acquiring multiple companies, probably one or two small companies. I think DeepCube is one of the small ones.
You have nearly $1 billion in cash. You've hired two very good investment banks, including Needham. Talk to us about your acquisition strategy.
Okay, since we actually, you're right, having that, and we've developed this over the last 4 or 5 months, since we started to raise money and since we started to feel that the market and our investors are really believing in the concept and the vision we're having, we hired Needham and another European bank, and we looked at two types of acquisitions, which by now, through searching, I think I scanned over 85 companies, which is a huge amount. We have serious candidates. Type A is large companies relatively in the traditional PCB industry, but in a very, very high end of this industry, which are still on the ground in Europe and the United States and are serving the defense community, the medical community, the aviation community, the aerospace community. It's exactly corresponding to our target market. And those companies, there's about, I would say, 15 of them in the United States, 15 in Europe, because the rest of all this industry went to China. Those companies are targets for type A. The reason we want to buy in Europe and the United States is we are actually buying an existing relationship with customers, distribution channels, and eventually we're going to populate all those with our technology. Type B is there's many more companies, but they're smaller. And those are companies that have very, very promising technologies. Some of them are aiming at the same thing we are aiming, trying to compete, but they are coming from different angles. And we see in a vision of 2, 3 years from now that those technologies will be integrated into our product offering. So we prefer to buy it now rather than to risk an R&D. So we're looking at about, I would say, 3 or 4 companies like this in Israel, 3 or 4 in Europe, and 4 or 5 in the United States. That's the type B.
What does the revenue look like on some of these targets?
The type A revenue is between $50 to $200 million per company. The type B companies are revenue between $2 million to $50 million each company.
Okay, and will you use all cash or you put some equity in these deals?
No, I would prefer not to use all cash. The fact that I have cash gets me in the door very fast. These people pay attention immediately. The fact that I don't want to pay cash in some cases because I want the management of the company to stay in, I want the management to be compensated and based on the upside. So I want to combine cash and shares and also to get to the right price. I will add one more thing that people should know, I'm sure they know. The SPAC, call it tsunami, with 200 SPACs running around the market, 95% in the United States, if not 100, caused the prices in the United States to soar because those SPACs are totally not sophisticated as much as paying the right prices, especially when they get to the last leg of their career, and their career is usually 2 years. That's when they start to raise prices. So I'm very careful not to be pulled into this ridiculous race of a rat race of paying too much. You know, it's a rat race, and even if you win, you're still staying being a rat. So I'm not going to pay an overpay. We are really carefully choosing the acquisitions, and therefore looking at Europe. There, it doesn't happen because there's no SPACs campaigns there.
But I think the acquisition of DeepCube is one that's kind of hard to understand for most. I'm still kind of trying to grasp my head around DeepCube, but I think the acquisition of DeepCube is one that's kind of hard to understand. If we see the traditional neural network compared to the neural network with DeepCube, they are somehow, I'm not sure yet, I would have to do my research on this, they are somehow able to reduce the paths needed to get the same results. They're simply making a smarter computer that's able to decide with fewer steps than a traditional neural network, and this is kind of that visualization for you guys. The deep learning and why it's relevant for nanodimension is that it's going to make the devices print probably faster, more accurate. It'll correct itself in the event that it messes up. I'm not sure exactly how that would work because ink would have to cure, and we call it ink, but really it's not ink. It's really put together some way somehow to form a kind of ink, but it's really not an ink like in a normal printer that you use on normal computer paper. What kind of value do you see it creating for nanodimension? Let me know in the comments what you think about the acquisition of DeepCube and who you think they might acquire next. But anyways, that is all I had for this video. If you guys liked the video and want to stay up to date with nanodimension, make sure you hit the like button if you like the video and consider subscribing. And don't forget to hit the bell notification to get notified when I make videos just like this one. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.